Hello, I'm Raquel, and this is Law Librarian Plans. Today I will be planning in my fitness monthly for the month of July using the Love Posh sticker book and some extra stickers. Let's get started. So today I have my Franken planner in front of me. Let's go ahead and jump over to the monthly for fitness. And I have 4 main planners in one in this particular planner. So usually I will then take out my pages and work from here. So let's see if I can get to that tab, which I seem to have misplaced. Oh, there we go. So here we have the tab for the July monthly. Now, to save myself some time and some aggravation for you, I've actually taken out the, I've actually added the dates to this particular planner. This is a dated planner. I think it's a 2024 that I've been redating for 2025. And so you can see here that I've added some dates from Mojo Jojo Plans, July and the year. And then I'm running out of orange stickers for numbers. So I found these in another sticker book that I had in my collection. And the reason I picked these colors is because they go very well with a particular set from this book. And you can see here the green and the, not quite the same green, but the green and the orange. And there we go. That's where that set is. So, oops, let me get this all squared away. And I keep this fairly decorative. Otherwise, it doesn't have a lot of functionality for me. And the reason for that is that really the only thing I usually record here is my weight. If I'm doing a challenge, and I do like one challenge a year, usually in November, then I will add that here. But for the most part, you know, I keep track of things in my trackers or on my weekly. So that's why, you know, I can afford to be a little bit more decorative on this. But yes, I don't want to make it too crazy. So, you know, so that's kind of a balancing act. But I love the fact that the green actually does look good and the orange are perfect with this sticker set. So let me bring the stickers back. And I want to make sure I don't decorate on Fridays because that's when I do my weigh-ins just before the weekend. So I'm going to try to pick out some more decorative elements. Now I covered the date on this top left corner up here because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. But I have enough decorative elements that I might be able to just decorate that with another cluster if I can find one that makes sense. So I'm looking at this. I hate to block your view, but I'm trying to see what exactly I could use. I kind of like these potions kind of thing. So if I could maybe add those 4 potions and maybe this extra one that's sort of on its own, that might actually do the trick and cover enough and then, you know, leaves it in a good shape. Now, I don't love the white at the bottom of this, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a pair of scissors from nearby and I'm going to chop off, I'm going to trim as much of the white as I can. If I were doing this not for video, I would have the sticker about an inch from my face. It would make it easier for me to see it, but since we're in a video, I'm showing you exactly how I'm doing this. There we go. And there we have it. So I said in my channel when I first started last week that I generally want to do this real time because I want you to see how long it actually takes a regular person to do this. I am not a you know, full-time content creator or anything like that, obviously. But I wanted to show you exactly how long does it really take to do this. So you're seeing me live here, and I should have trimmed the top of that, but I didn't, so I want to leave it alone. I'm also not a perfectionist sometimes, meaning that sometimes I will see something and I will, you know, move heaven and earth to try to fix it. And sometimes I'm like, that's okay. It can stay that way. So I think we might add those 2 as well and then have a pretty good, you know, set of stickers covering that top left there of the monthly calendar. I'm going to cut the top since I didn't do it over there. That orange sticker that I have covering the old date, that also doesn't bother me too much. I could have, and if I had been thinking about this a little bit more, I could have cut these up and made sure that green one would be in the middle so that it would block that. But you know, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, and for my purposes, it's covered enough. So you know, it's doing the job. So let's do this one here. Maybe try to place it a little bit straighter. And I may or may not have room for the nail polish remover and the nail polish. I think I do. And that bottle is completely crooked. I can totally see that. So I'll fix that in a mo. But first let me, again, trim the sticker. So I'm going to trim the bottom of it so that it's sitting right on the line or as close to the line as possible. And then I'm going to trim the sides so that these stickers will fit nicely with the ones next to them. So let's see, trim, 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 trim. And then we'll see that so I said I'm not a perfectionist until it bothers me. I'm still bothered by that white up top there. So I am going to grab a knife, a ceramic knife, and trim that off because I kind of like the box. I don't know, I like the box. What can I say? And I'm also going to fix that slightly or more than slightly crooked bottle that's already there because it's bugging me. So let's see, take this one off, straighten it out just a tiny bit. There we go. And then I'm going to grab this one, and they fit perfectly. I love it. I'm glad that I saw that extra sticker of the nail polish remover. And then let me grab, and it's starting, I'm already starting to accumulate little pieces of sticker on me. I can't tell you how many times I finish setting up a spread and I find all the little pieces of sticker stuck to my arms, my legs, my pants. Sometimes I find them in my hair if I, fix my hair for whatever reason in the middle of making a spread. So, it is what it is. All right, it's not any better or not much better, but it's bugging me a lot less because I'm not seeing the paper. So that works. All right, so we have that top corner and that bottom corner pretty much covered. I love this washi and I want to use it. But I'm now kind of afraid because my green definitely doesn't look as cohesive now. It matches, it goes, it doesn't match. That's the issue. It goes but doesn't match. All right, so let me look at this some more. I think I want this nice cluster of self-care kind of items. Gonna move, cut this one, and I think it will fit nicely here. Again, if I do a tiny bit of trimming, I could also, well, it doesn't quite fit nicely. I'm gonna have to lose some of the slippers, but I may move that 27 that's already in place. I am very, very slow putting down date stickers, which is why I did not want to subject you to that. It probably takes me, depends on how well I set up. So if I get very close to the paper and I'm using a pair of tweezers, it'll take me about maybe 10 minutes to do it. If I have it far from me, if I were doing this live, it would probably take me like 10 minutes just because I cannot see it as well as I can when I get it up close. And the tweezers definitely help, but the farther away you are, kind of, I don't know, it feels a little bit more difficult. So just to give you a sense. Now, I think I meant to say this last week, but if I didn't, if I were doing this without speaking, it would probably take me about 30% less time. So that's my estimate. It's a fair guesstimate. I can usually decorate all of my planners in less than 2 hours and sometimes faster. And especially if all I'm doing is decorating and I'm not trying to plan at the same time, definitely less than 2 hours, more like 90 minutes to do, let me think, 4 planners, and probably less than that too. I am pretty fast. I know what I like. I have a certain way that I like to decorate things because my primary objective is to preserve the functionality. So, let's say about 60 to 90 minutes is my usual average for decorating a planner. So I am going to attempt to move this if it will cooperate. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's been in the hot room all week, so I'm hoping that does the trick. And because it's a flag, what I can do, and look, I didn't lose as much as a sticker of the big sticker, is I can put it anywhere on the top. It doesn't have to be in the corner. I kind of liked it in the corner, but you know what? It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be workable. So I am still trying to get that sticker. See what I mean? This is why it takes me, and I just scratched that sticker, but it is what it is. So that's why I tell you, it takes me like 10-15 minutes to do it if I'm not doing this my usual way close to my face and stuff. So let's trim that a tiny bit. I didn't have to trim nearly as much as I thought I would. I didn't lose the slipper. Okay. Not quite. I will lose the tip of the slipper. All right, there you go. So let's take a look. And that works so far. Okay, let's take another vibe check here and see. This is why I do this. I stand up, I look, make sure that it's kind of centered, a little bit farther away than I would like, but it is what it is. All right, I'm not going to use, I don't think I'm going to use this strip. And the reason for that is that the most logical place would have been here, and I don't like the idea of blocking this to do something else. So we're going to leave that alone. Now, let me do my functional sticker first. So let me grab this. This is an old Happy Planner cover, and I use it to keep my Proud Sticker Design stickers. I have a whole section on fitness. The tabs, by the way, if you're interested, those are from Love Posh. She makes them in classic, mini, skinny classic, and at least one other size maybe. I think maybe A5 because that's her planner. But anyway, let's grab, I'm gonna look very quickly on my end. So sorry I have it off camera because I am looking for the scales. I still have a couple pages. I hope I have a couple pages of those. No, those are the water bottles. Still looking for my scales. And if I can't find them, that probably means it's time to order some more. Aha, I found them. So in case you're interested, I love these scales. They're very, very plain. And that's exactly what I want because I like a lot of color. These are Q1201 is the product number from Proud Sticker Designs. I have no affiliate anything with her. I love her stickers. I was introduced by a content creator to them and I accumulated a lot of them very fast. But she makes excellent stickers in a whole bunch of different varieties. And I love the fitness ones. She has fitness icons in a regular size and in a mini size. So I believe these are the regular size scales. So I suspect if they're not the mini ones, which I don't think they are, the mini ones are probably about, I want to say a third of the size, a quarter of the size. No, not a quarter, like half the size or something like that. See, I don't even know my fractions. So anyway, this is where those scales come from, and I really, really love them because I can write my weight in the middle of them. They have no color, so that means that whatever crazy color scheme I have going on that week, they are going to work. So let me do that. And then she has tiny icons for almost any kind of exercise you can imagine. She has tiny icons for everything. Look at these teeny tiny little water cups. I didn't quite expect them to be that teeny tiny, and I don't know why because I know exactly what size her icons are. But see, you have the weightlifting, sleep, etc. I love them, highly recommend them. They don't come punched, but you can ask for her to punch them. I punch them myself. I have a Happy Planner punch here, so there's no need. Hopefully get them quicker, breakfast, lunch, dinner, etc. At some point I'll give you a little tour of my fitness stickers from her and other stickers, just because I think she makes an excellent product. She's a great small business on Etsy. Proud Sticker Designs, if you're interested in going to check her out. All right, let's bring this back here, and I'm going to add, now that I've done my functionality, I can go crazy with the decorations. Now, I don't love these that have, those were holidays, and the holidays were wrong anyway. So there's nothing wrong with the holidays. The problem is the holidays were wrong. Wrong dates because this is an old planner. So I'm gonna trim. And right now I'm trimming this off camera because it's tons faster for me to do that. Okay. I'm going to trim that photograph that you saw. I'll show it to you in a minute. Completely nicely trimmed with no bleed. And these are fine. They're cut exactly fine. I just want to fit them in a particular place. And in order to do that, I need them to be smaller. So again, I'm gonna see if I can lift this and try to do this without destroying the poor sticker. The humidity is great, but it's not perfect. So now I'm gonna put this one here. I think I wanna put it kind of sideways, like so. And it doesn't cover all of the white, which is what I wanted to do, but that's okay. At least it's a little bit of a distraction, right? I could have put this dot washi across, something like that, but again, I don't know. I'm not like completely enamored with it, at least not for this spread. So let's see, what else can I do? I want to put something up there. I want to put the pile of towels because that's a flat sticker and I probably won't have to even move that number 3 to do that. So again, let's get ahead. And on this one, I'm going to do on camera because it's a more irregular one, you know, get yourself some sharp scissors. I tend to use my smaller scissors whenever I can, just because they give me a tiny bit more control. So just a tiny bit. I don't even know why I did that, because I don't need to. I'm gonna cut the top. And now, since I trimmed it on one side, I'm going to trim it on the other. Again, not a necessity, but more of a, oh well, I did it, so I might as well just do it. All right. Well, I hope you're having a good week. If you're new here, I post, my goal is to post 3 times a week. I work full-time outside of my home 3 days a week, and I work from home 2 days a week. Not great with the video. I can record educational videos and then take forever to edit them. I don't want to edit my videos. I want you to see exactly how long it actually takes to do these things. Because it takes, for me anyway, when I was a newbie, not having an idea of, you know, how long a spread would take was really hard. Because I'm like, oh yeah, that looks good, I can do that. And then of course, you know, it takes you longer because you're a newbie and whatnot. So anyway, that's sort of my reason for not editing my videos. So I'm going to move this over here because I just realized, whoops, I have one more place where I need to cover up. And here I might, because why not? I'm aiming to use this whole page. I don't know if I'm going to manage to do it except for the washi. And I'm thinking I'm going to save the washi for something else. I think it would be very cool to use on my, oh no, that's not going to work. Well, it kind of works. It'd be cool to use on my journal. I could do a whole, you know, wellness type look spread in my journal, and then use the washi to frame the spread. Since I have, you know, the Live Love Posh sticker books have 2 sheets, usually one clear, one paper. This one, I believe they're both paper. Yep, both paper. So see, I have 2 washi strips, so imagine those running on the sides and then decorating the rest of the thing, you know, for let's see, am I going to do it? I'm going to have to trim a tiny bit more off the top on the side here. And this is where it gets hard, because now we're trimming a kiss cut, kind of an irregular kiss cut shape. So it's a little bit harder to do. I just cut it straight across, and I'm hoping that that's going to be enough to, no, doesn't do the trick. All right, let me think about this one more second. Maybe I'll just put this one here, and that will save me a world of pain, as they say. So let's see, grab tweezers. I want to get this as straight as I can on the edge, because it is, after all, an edge sticker, designed and cut to line up exactly with the edge of your planner. So there we go. It doesn't quite cover what I wanted to cover, but that's okay. Next, let's see. I really want to use up the whole page. So let's put, I think I want to use the bath bombs in the jar, which is this one right here. And I want to use that. I'm trying to think for balance where it would go. Oops, sorry about that. Moving my stuff. And this is one of those when I'm not going to be able to avoid going over. So I think I want it here. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to trim. And you can see my little paper bits are accumulating on my pair of scissors. That's okay. These are really, really sharp IKEA scissors. Yes, IKEA scissors. I am obsessed with them. I have multiple sets in various places in my house. Okay, 2 sets. And my sewing kit has a good pair of large ones that I really like. Nope, forgot to trim this side. So don't knock IKEA for scissors if you happen to be there anyway. You know, I like their supplies. Their office supplies are kind of neat. All right, so let's put this one right here, and we're not going to worry about the fact that it is, oops, except we do want to worry about the fact that this one is crooked, but let's not worry about the fact that there's a line at the top, because it doesn't matter. All right, very good. Next, it's coming together slowly. I love the other bath bombs. I'm going to wait on those. I totally dig the plants. I want plants everywhere. So I'm going to take the little plant over here, And since it doesn't really matter for my purposes if it's blocking, you know, I don't want to block the dates. So can I? Nope, can't do it there. So let's use this one here. And this time, instead of, yeah, I don't want to do that. I was going to say, instead of trimming it, I'm going to put it and then trim the page. But I hate trimming on the page, to be quite honest with you. So if I can save myself from that aggravation, I will. So I'll trim the sticker instead. And once again, I brought it close to me because this one's a little bit tougher. I want to make sure I trim it correctly. Oh, look at that. It fits nicely here. And if I have to punch it a little bit, I will. Ooh, okay. Should have trimmed that side. All right. No matter. Put that there. See if I can find that knife again. One I used earlier. I'm just going to trim here. Like so. Grab my tweezers. I don't love it that it's lined up exactly with the other one either, but it is what it is. I kind of don't like it there at all, so that's kind of a problem. So fortunately I didn't stick it down all the way because I was messing with trying to trim it on the fly. So instead we're going to move it, and we're going to move that one here. Okay, let's see. I want to put this. I don't care if it goes over for the next line, that's fine. I want to try to avoid blocking that date though. So let's move it a little bit more, like so. Okay, that's better. All right, so I want to add some more stickers. I still have a ton of plants. This is like Plant City or something. By the way, Plant City is the name of a vegan restaurant here in Rhode Island. But anyway, that just came bubbling out of my mouth before I could stop it. All right, let's see. I was going to put a plant up there. Oh no, I don't want it there. See, we're running into the same problem again, that it's blocking things, blocking dates. I'm going to put this one here. And now again, we're getting to that point where I'm putting things in lines that already have something, and it kind of bothers me. I kind of like to spread out the wealth a little bit more, but I'm running out of places to put things. So let's see. Oh, I think I almost destroyed that number 14. Almost did, but didn't. Okay, so now we can do that. That's the challenge of putting down those numbers first, is then you're like working around them and so forth. All right, let's look some more. I still have one more plant because the plants never stop here. And I'm gonna grab it right now. And it's a very wide plant. So that one's going to be another challenge in and of itself. I have two plants here. The only place I can think it can go is right here. And so we're going to trim. And then we're going to do the thing I don't like to do, but I'm going to have to do it, which is remove the number 1. Oops. I'll put that on me. And I'm going to remove the number 3 as well, because I think it looks good next to the towels. I don't know why, but I kind of think it works. So that would have been a good plant up here. But again, I'm trying to not, and I'm going to block the Wednesday. I do realize that. It is what it is at this point. People, it is what it is. All right, I see a small piece that's going to go into a towel. So I'm going to go snip. And I am going to not worry about that Wednesday. We're going to fix that Wednesday in a little bit. All right, so now let's get that number 2 back in place. I'm going to fix it because we're going to fix all of them at the same time. Or I might fix them after the fact off camera, and you can look at the finished product to see how exactly I fixed it. All right, so that's the number 2. That's let's see, grab the number 3. And the number 3 is going to block part of the plant as well. That's okay. It's okay. It's only a fake plant. So it's not a real plant, so it's not going to die. So I hope you are all having a great week, or had a great week. I had a busy week at work, but I felt very good. I got a few big things accomplished, including drafting evaluations, which I don't love to do. I think the folks I work with, the people I evaluate or write evaluations for, are fantastic professionals who do an incredible job. But it has to be done, so I did that. I'm cleaning off my scissors. This is all the sticker paper pieces. So I have clean scissors. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's not looking incredibly crazy just yet. I have another photo which I'm going to place, and now I'm really running out of places to put things, because now we're at the point where things are starting to land on top of each other, next to each other. I think a photo could fit here, but then it's kind of lined up with that other one, and I don't like to do that. So I'm going to hold on to I have the photo, and I'll put this up here for now. Let's grab, oh, the little Clarisonic. Clarisonic, is that the brand? They were hot a few years back. I don't know if they're still hot, but they're an expensive brand of like a face cleansing brush. So I have one somewhere. I don't know where it went, but I got it on sale because I was curious, how's this thing? Does it work? I am going to put that photo probably, no, I don't like it there. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stickers left. 6 stickers. Can we make it? Can we make this happen? I don't know. The masks. I think they kind of belong here because they're a product that goes, it's a spa day product, and we have a whole spa day vibe going on there. So I think that works there. I don't use the sidebar here, so I could, do the cop-out method and just, sticker the heck up the thing. If you do that, fine, that's a great thing. I personally don't love it unless it's something I've thought about that it makes sense for me to do it. So that's why I call it a cop-out, because when I do it, it usually is out of desperation rather than like intentional, and I like intentionality whenever I can. All right, we're getting there. We have some more bath bombs. I think bath bombs are going to go up here. And again, the only functionality I need here is these. So that's why I can go crazy and just fill this up with stickers and not worry too much about it, because it's going to work. It's going to do the trick. It does its job, as they say. All right, put those there. I don't love it there because I have stuff right above it. I'm going to think about that. I am going to put this nail polish, and it's going to go right next to something, or maybe not. Maybe it won't. Let's see. Okay, I cut off the end of this nail polish. See, it's everything there. Everywhere it's going to end up somewhere. So you know what? We're going to put it here, and we can say this is part of this tableau, even though it's a humongous nail polish compared to what's next to it. But that's okay. It's the vibe. Let's see. We're getting very close to finishing this spread. I wish I think this has some quotes, so I'm gonna see if I can find a quote I like. I hate the fact that I scratched that sticker. Oh look, more products that can go there. Again, those are huge compared to this, but it is what it is. So let's put this one. This is the little I'm gonna put it here next to the ginormous bottle of nail polish. All right, so see, we have a whole spa day vibe going on in that corner, and I have one more little packet of aloe, which I think it goes with the Clarisonic. I haven't forgotten about that picture up there. I'm gonna grab that momentarily because I'm gonna put it somewhere. All right, I have my aloe packet, and I put that with the Clarisonic it's an aloe treatment to go with a Clarisonics brush. And then I am gonna put the last photo in here. So let's get this photo trimmed, or maybe not. I'm thinking about it as I trim it. What do you think? Down here or up here? I'm thinking up here. I don't know why, but I'm thinking up there. And I am going to add one box. No, I'm going to add a quote. I said I was going to add a quote. So let's trim this up. I'm almost done trimming the sticker, and the only thing I need to do is I'm gonna put this here for 1 sec. Sorry about that for the shift, but I did finish that page. I consider that a finished page because I will use that for something else. And I'm gonna look in here and see what quote I like. I already used, oh no, that's not, it's not a repeat. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I love that. I love that they're not repeats. And these are all clear. So let's see. I kind of like, be brave, be strong, be fearless. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place that. I think that's, is that too wide? Oh, it's a tiny bit wide, so maybe not. You matter, you got this, self-love first, love more, positive vibes. Sorry, I'm not meaning to read them all. All right, I'm gonna use, I think this will work. So I'm gonna take it out of the book. I know some people hate that. I find it almost essential to make some of these work. I think I can make it happen, make it happen. I can make it happen. All right, you know what? I'm going with positive vibes only because I'm running out of places to put sizes, or rather I'm running out of quotes that I want to use, and I know that one will fit and I won't have to trim it. So I'm going to use that one right here, and I cannot believe it actually landed straight on the first try. And then that is going to cover that there. And I think we're done. I didn't want to have two pictures on the same side, but I kind of boxed myself into that situation by not using it. That's a tricky one. Not tricky, but you know what I mean. That was one that I should have used earlier on this side. Now see, this is like, ooh, and then this blank spot here. And now I'm changing my mind because I don't love the blank spot there. Everything else, oh, look, another blank spot here. And another blank spot here. You know what? Let's put some quotes there. It's not vibing with me at all to have all that space. So we're gonna add some quotes, and I'm going to choose somewhat similar, not the same ones, but not the same font necessarily, but just a similar style, which is a cursive plus a non-cursive font, whatever that's called. Sorry, it's not coming to me right now. Oh, but then I would have two of them. I definitely do not want that. I'm going to put one here, like so. And yes, I could white it out, but it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to fill up some of that space that I don't love. And I may move a sticker to make that work because it's driving me absolutely batty that I have these crazy spaces open. And I'm not loving that there. And since I have 3 squares next to each other that are all blank, let's move that. I do this a lot. This is probably why it takes me like up to 90 minutes to decorate 4 spreads. Is the, oh no, but I don't like it there. All right, Stronger Than the Storm. That now it's not like a whole world of blank. I'm going to grab this Perfectly Imperfect, if I can get it off the page. Oops. Oh, I know, I folded it over. It's sticking to itself. All right. I unfolded it over, okay, and I left the little hearts, so I'm going to use that one here. And then to solve the issue of, I like that 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one blank there, that's okay. One blank there, that's okay. You know what? I'm not gonna make this work any better than it is right now, and I really like the way it landed. I don't love the idea of, okay, one more, sorry, one more. We're gonna add one more sticker, and then we're gonna call this one done. So let's see if I can get this one off the page. because those paper stickers, if you start moving them, they either get completely, they lose their stickiness, or worse. Oh, I don't like that there. I kind of like that there, but I kind of don't like that there. So I think we're going to leave it alone. They start losing their stickiness, or worse, so, or they rip your paper, neither of which is a good thing at this point in the game. I don't see anything else that I love that I would say, oh my gosh, it has to be in there. So we're gonna leave it alone. So that's it, folks. So as a reminder, I used the Love Yourself sticker book from Love Posh to decorate this spread after I dated it, and also the scales from Proud Sticker Designs to do my weekly weigh-ins. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you for joining me, and see you again soon. Bye.